Dr. Peter Eden, in your testimony, you mentioned how Landmark College recently received 2 NSF grants to address the learning needs of students with learning disabilities, like dyslexia. It's been a while since we've had the opportunity to hear about the educational research that NSF is funding, and I'm excited that we have the opportunity today. Would you please elaborate on that research grants and that Landmark College has received, and how that research has led to any type of results for the individuals?
Absolutely. These particular grant proposals were awarded just within the past few weeks, so we don't have the data yet. However, it's very, very exciting to embark. Both are at least 3 years in duration. The first NSF award, the REAL, Research and Education Learning, it focuses on in an online learning environment with the topic of statistics in the STEM field. Students with LD, including dyslexia, will they benefit from instructor presence in a synchronous, not an asynchronous fashion? Asynchronous means in real time, right there. And whether or not that makes a measurable difference in their understanding of the content and their outcomes in this class, if in the online environment there is an instructor present to help them as they move through the course. And this will be invaluable because you see the proliferation of online courses for all learners in understanding the efficacy of online STEM courses, whether or not we have a synchronous element with response immediacy in an instructor right there to help them with the content or not. And that will be determined through this grant proposal. The other is the proposal in collaboration with MIT and Turk. And this is the effort to leverage the fact that we have so many college students and younger, of course, gaming, playing video games, and hopefully understanding something about their memory and their attention, and even using eye tracking as they understand, in this case, Newtonian physics built into this science video game. And when I say big data and exhaust data, that means we could possibly, if we have enough remote webcam technology in the future, see what thousands, hundreds of thousands perhaps, students experiencing these video games, playing these games, how they learn, how they understand the principles within that video game in harnessing that big data. So this platform of gaming provides a tremendous window into how students may learn, and we're trying to understand that better through that NSF grant proposal.
Thank you very much. And this question probably will be my final one because of time to any of the panel members. We've done some research, but it seems to me, and of course the type that you're doing, I think is going to be extremely good to have the outcomes. Are we getting the benefit of it with people who are working directly? And how can we better enhance that? I ask that question because many of you have mentioned going through a struggle to find some answers. Then I hear that many of the answers sometimes can be found through technology rather than making a student read. I just want to get some feedback of what you think needs to be done to better get that information out.
I can tell you one thing that we can do right now, which is make mandatory dyslexic recognition training part of any teacher's certificate.
You hit bingo.
Yes, because look, we make our policemen take mandatory racial sensitivity training. Why not make our teachers take mandatory dyslexic recognition training? So maybe they can recognize that the class clown or the troublemaker or the kid who stares out the window is actually compensating for dyslexia. We have all these new solutions and all these solutions that keep coming, but none of that is going to help if we don't get the kids to the solutions in the first place. So that's the first step.
Thank you. My time has expired, but anybody else can comment.